On this episode of Adventures in Fishing, we caught up with Captain Jerry, owner of Malama Charters, as he attended the Pacific Coast Sports Fishing Show in sunny Southern California. Malama Charters is based out of Hilo on the Big Island of Hawaii and offers big game sports fishing, whale watching, sunset cruises, and other educational tours to learn how to Malama or care for our oceans and sea life. The Pacific Coast Sports Fishing Tackle, Boat, Travel, and Outdoor Show at the Orange County Fair and Event Center is one of the largest in Southern California, with 7 halls and over 217,000 square feet of everything you need for your next fishing and outdoor adventure. The OC Pacific Coast Sports Fishing Show brings in many of the top companies in the fishing industry. In addition, the show invites you to attend seminars, shop vendors, listen to live entertainment, and speak with representatives of the top companies and destination providers. Let's catch up with Captain Jerry of Malama Charters.
Aloha! I'm Captain Jerry with Malama Charters Hilo and Captain Kimo's Hawaiian Adventures, and we're here at the Pacific Sport Fishing Show. Thought we would walk you around a little bit, and we're going to pick out some of the local Hawaiian vendors that are here, talk with them a little bit, and just kind of give you a rundown on the new equipment that's out in the fishing world. And so follow us, and we'll check it out.
Seminar stage in the Huntington Beach Courtyard seminar area. We have one. The ones that I have
All right, aloha.
How's it going, gang?
Hey, I'm here with, of course, the one and only Dave Marciano on the hard merchandise from Wicked Tuna. Dave, it's been a pretty hard go for you too, hasn't it? As far as getting your life going with fishing and.
Well, yeah, but you know what? It was always worth it.
Yep.
I did what I liked.
Yep.
Even against the advice that people
I
were
did
looking for. Right?
Me too.
Don't do that. You're gonna wish you did something else.
Yep.
And I won't lie. There's been times in my life when I took that advice.
Yeah.
But here we are today.
Absolutely.
And I never saw, those of you guys who know my story, look, it got really good kind of late in my career. So if I could say anything about it, is, you know, that's what's great about this country.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
You absolutely never know where opportunity can come from.
Absolutely. And, you know, we've gone through the school of hard knocks. In fact, I'm probably one of 3 boats that a drunk driver drove onto in the harbor.
Really?
It destroyed my boat and put me out of business for a year and a half.
Really?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the way it goes. Fishing is not an easy thing to do and make a living at. But obviously you've done it.
Right.
We're doing it.
There's only one guarantee in fishing.
Yeah.
I guarantee your line will get wet when you put it in the water. That's what I tell my clients.
Absolutely.
And that's as far as I go with guarantees.
Yep. All right, Dave. Well, I won't take any more of your time, but mahalo for taking the time to talk with me, and
thank you.
Thank you very much for doing what you do for Wicked Tuna and the world.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Take care, gang.
Aloha. All right. How's it? I'm here with Ali Husseini from BD Outdoors, and this guy, he's like fishing superhero to me.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Well, no, it's not a lot of pressure. No, but he started BD Outdoors, and man, I tell you what, it's a great fishing community. He's got everything from all kinds of fishing information on his website. He's even got Satfish. Do you guys?
We own Satfish. We own Fish Dope. Yeah, we've got a bunch of different fishing properties.
Yeah, so it's awesome. And see, he grew up kind of in my backyard too, because I grew up in Long Beach. He grew up in San Diego. We fished the same waters, and he's got an amazing program called Local Knowledge. And your buddy Rush, you know, you guys travel down to Mexico, California coast, Florida, I mean, all over the country fishing. And that program, man, I tell you what, those nights that I couldn't sleep, I was binge watching that.
That's awesome. Love to
I
hear
tell
it.
you what.
Love to hear it. We enjoy doing it.
And you know what? You guys really put a down-to-earth program together.
Cool.
And yeah, I just wanted to share my, you know, my aloha with him. Coming from the Big Island of Hawaii, you know, I know you've had experience with the Big Island of Hawaii, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know how people are with
It's an awesome, awesome spot. It's
yeah.
like somewhere I want to spend more time when I have the time to spend. I
Yeah.
really did enjoy Hawaii. I mean, Bomboy took us over there, treated us
Yep.
like family. We got to see the real Hawaii.
Real Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah, we barbecued a goat and
Right.
a chucker and did some hunting, did some fishing.
Yep.
Had a blast.
Spent some time with the Kaika Marzo also.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I
Kaika's
mean, his
man, he's a
family.
great dude.
You know, that whole thing down in Pohiki with the boat ramp being covered over by the lava and all of the bureaucratic red tape, man, it is such a struggle for those people down there because they basically had to find a new living to do. I mean, now Kaika's got a nice excavation company. They flatten, you know, land for people to build houses. But he used to be a fisherman. He came from a fishing family. But because of all of that happened down there, he had to find something else to do. And that whole small community of fishing people, they're having to boat their boats over to Wailoa Harbor, and now the harbor's all jacked up because there's so much sand. People can't get in and out of it. So now we're advocating for a bill, a Senate bill, to get them to get their dredges out there and get that thing cleared out so these families can make a living again.
That's important, man. You can't be taking away people's livelihood.
No, and that's exactly what's been going on. So anyways, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I did want to thank you very much for doing what you do for the fishing world and all the hard work it took for you to get to the point where you are today, and I respect that. And
I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for chatting with us. It's cool to learn about your side of the island.
Right on, bro. Hey, mahalo for everything, and aloha.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your stuff, Bomboy.
I've been fishing for like 45 years, and I learned everything from my dad, from lure fishing to lures, taxidermy. I learned from when I was a young kid.
Wow.
And then every time I come home from school, he'll tell me, boy, you got polished lures. So I had to polish lures, and now I had to do taxidermy.
Yeah.
Then I go fishing with him, I learned all the ropes, and he taught me a lot.
Wow. Thank God you had a dad like that. That's so awesome.
You know, you have to have
a
dad like that to push you, especially today. You know, the young kids are all
into all that stuff,
games,
videos, phones.
They don't learn nothing. They can't survive.
I know. And the fishing industry is dying because of it.
Yes, exactly.
But so tell me about, you're a legend, you know, and tell me a little bit about what you guys did and when it was.
You know, back in the early 80s when you started fishing, the fishing was unreal.
Yeah.
Fishing was so great, you know. We made lures. We caught a lot of fish on our lures. That's how our lures got famous.
Yeah.
And then I went on my own in 1995, and my name just grew bigger.
Yeah.
And then my dad told me, boy, you are ready to get the license. So I thought, okay. So, but I want to learn the rules of the decking.
Deckhand first.
Deckhand first.
Definitely.
How to change brake cords and work on the engine.
Yeah.
Then I knew everything. By 15 years old, I knew everything already.
Wow.
But
wow. That says a lot about you. Yeah.
So then I started my own, got my license, and then my name grew up.
Oh yeah.
When I was
Big
young,
time.
but when I was young, when I was 20 years old, I bought my first boat. I had no reels. So I had to borrow my dad's reels, and I went garage sale, bought my own 40 reel, the black reel.
I know. I know about that. I had to do the same thing with Malama charters.
Right.
I went buy used gear on the marketplace, Craigslist.
Right.
Because it took a while to get sponsors. Yeah.
Yes.
A little hard work. You have to really prove yourself to them.
You have to build your name.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's the key. So you actually are in the world records now too. Yeah.
Oh, I have the biggest marlin I've caught in the tournament.
On the tournament, yeah?
Yes.
And what was that marlin?
Maui Jim tournament back in 2003.
Yeah.
It was a 1,258 pounds.
Wow, that is
the record.
Unreal, unreal. Well, Uncle, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
I hope you have a wonderful
Hey, you
show. And your lures are, I mean, they're legendary. They do catch fish. I know that for a fact.
There's a lot of good lure makers, upcoming lure makers.
I know. Well, God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Okay, Uncle. Aloha.
Bye.
During our 3-day adventure at the show, we ran across some remarkable products, but more importantly, some organizations and people that just deserve a bit of attention on their own, as they and their organizations represent the men and women who selflessly serve in our armed forces.
My name's Justin Sabo. I'm the Director of Military and Charitable Programs for Freedom Alliance. And this is Mike Naras. He's one of our program officers. And we're here today with the War Heroes on Water Fishing Tournament. It's a nonprofit fishing tournament that brings out annually 100 combat wounded veterans post 9/11 and out on a multi-day sport fishing tournament here in Southern California. And we're supported by all of the boat owners and the fishing crews from these incredibly professional and experienced fishing crews who take us out on a multi-day fishing tournament. And we do it in small groups. We've got 2 to 3 veterans on each boat, and then they get to spend time with the owner and the captain and the crew. They get to share that expertise. And the value of having these veterans in a small group setting for multiple days out on the water. Anyone who's a sport fishing aficionado understands the value of the peace and the camaraderie that can occur on the water. And so being able to do that with combat veterans is pretty special. Oh yeah, we just had a recent veteran who participated in the tournament last year who reached out to us and said he went into a little bit of detail about the hardships that he was experiencing in his life at that time since he had left the service and since he had returned home from combat, and the opportunity to get away from the hustle and bustle of life and to be able to come out and do something like this, and the overwhelming feeling that you get from having all these people who are rallying around you and want to hear about your story. He said to have his service remembered in that way, to know that people still cared and that people were concerned about how he was doing even after his time in. It helped give him a new perspective on being able to come back to his family and to keep that going, to stay positive.
Yeah, it was refreshing for him because he just had a baby daughter, so it rebooted him to go back and take better care of his child.
All right. I'm Barber, president and founder of Mission Fish. Mission Fish was created to provide fishing trips for our veterans, our active duty, our first responders, our Ghost Star families. The reason I started this nonprofit was a way for me to deal with my depression, my anxiety, my PTSD. One day, my buddy says, "Hey, let's go fishing." I haven't fished in years. And we went on a twilight trip on the Channel Islands. While we're on that trip, something about being on the water did it for me. I was grounded, I was secure, I was comfortable. It was able to hang out with my brothers and sisters. But the main thing about it is I was at peace and calm. So I thought at that moment, I got to do something else to be able to increase this because I couldn't pay for trips myself. So I started a nonprofit, Mission Fish. And today we've taken over 3,800 veterans, active duty, first responders, and Ghost Star families fishing for free. So now, in doing so with that, my nonprofit was awarded a grant from Evan Williams. When that grant, while receiving that grant, we were given, I was chosen one of 6 to be selected on their bottle. So if you see this bottle, there's my ugly mug right there, right? But the reason I was chosen for this because of my service to my country and my community. But this is a real honor, a real treat to be chosen one of 6, not to mention this here is a 1783 small batch. It's not even a real big popular brand. I mean, it's a good popular brand, but the batch is so small. They only made 180,000 bottles of these. So this is it. Once these are gone, they're gone.
Whoa, take a look. Is this guy actually battling a bluefin tuna on the big screen? Wow, something for everyone.
Aloha, I'm here with Vance from Line Cutters. And he's developed this amazing line cutter device, stick in your pocket when you're deckhanding. And man, these things are just amazing. They're razor sharp. They'll cut through what, 400-pound leader braid,
400-pound braid.
and man, it's just. Well, tell me a little bit more about it then.
So basically, shark fishing on the beach. I knew there had to be a better, faster way to cut fishing lines, so I invented the ring. That ended up making it on a TV show called Shark Tank.
Oh yeah,
obviously helps out.
Absolutely.
People started putting our ring in different places, like on a boat rail and different kayak seats. So then we came out with a peel and stick cutter.
Oh wow, cool.
So that has an adhesive, just mounted to your kayak, boat, cooler.
Smooth surface like gel coat,
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Clean, flat, and smooth. After that, we came out with a zipper pull cutter.
Okay.
That can go on a lanyard, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Deckhands will put them on retractors.
Sure, yeah.
And then our newest one, which we're really proud about, is that same patented cutter in one end.
Yeah.
But then we added a mono and fluoro cutter on the other.
Gotcha. Now, that's stainless steel, right?
German surgical steel coated in titanium.
Cool.
You have to rinse it, keep it lightly oiled, but the magic is truly our patented ceramic cutting slot.
Wow, okay.
And that's all 4 of those cutters have that patented blade, and here's why people are so excited about it. So hold that up in the air for me. So we're going to start off with 30-pound test Power Pro braid.
Yep.
It goes into that patented slot and just touches
like butter.
That's our slogan. You see how clean that end is? There's no
And that's what you need when you're doing knots and tying hooks and stuff. So.
Yep. So here's 150. That's a 150-pound braid. It cuts really clean.
That's crazy.
4 strands of 150-pound braid.
Wow.
Every cut's clean.
That's crazy.
And then where it gets really crazy is the light braid. If I have it here somewhere, let's do a really, this is a 10-pound.
Yep.
I mean, it just literally touches that braid.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
And then on this side is your mono and fluoro cutter.
Gotcha.
So here's some 20-pound fluorocarbon. So I'm going to just get right on there.
Right.
Trim my mono right at the knot. If I want to cut my knot off, bam. And I'm done. I can put it on my hat bill.
Yeah, nice.
Lanyard, retractor, I can put them anywhere.
Well, and see, that's important too, because, you know, where we fish, we go for the big guys.
Yep.
And so we're fishing 100, 200, 400 pound. And to be able to snap that quickly, if you got some rash on that line to retie, that's really important. So, yeah.
So on this side, really the heavy mono, you want to cut through that patented cutter.
Okay.
And then on your lighter lines, you can cut this both braid and mono, but typically heavy on this side, light on this side. And for the offshore guys, the peel and stick cutter, that's been the game changer.
Okay.
Especially when you're cutting like a double uni knot, jam, FG.
Yeah.
I can isolate my tag end and literally bring it right into that blade, and it rides the blade along that knot.
Nice.
So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm isolating my tag end, bringing the knot right next to the blade.
Very cool.
And you can see how tight that tag end is cut. It's pretty awesome. So
sweet. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking your time today for me. And yeah, you guys check these things out. They're amazing, super affordable. And obviously with the ceramic blades, you never have to sharpen them. So yeah, thanks a lot, Vance.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right. How's it? I'm here with Nick from Raw Fishing and Morris Lures. And Nick's on Oahu. He's got an awesome YouTube channel that's got hours and hours and hours of footage fishing off Oahu. And of course, his lures are killer lures too. They catch plenty fish. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel?
Pretty much got into it just to give my kids something to watch.
Yeah.
Wasn't more than that. Just something if I get old, something happens, I can't walk, I can't fish.
Yeah.
As you can see, I used to fish.
Yeah.
Maybe they could learn something, and I guess it turned more into where people had a chance to learn something too, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So now you've got a, what is it, 28-foot force?
27 force.
27 force. And man, you got that thing outfitted with electric reels, all the latest electronics. I mean, man, you got better stuff than I got on my fishing boat, bro.
All you need is good crew. You don't need the electronics.
Well, that's true. Big time. That's the truth, too. So tell me about your lures. How'd you get into lure making?
I started making lures in like 2007, around there.
Yeah?
Maybe, actually, it was probably earlier than that. And it was just for fun. I was younger. I was like, I can't afford lures. So I was like, I got to make my own.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe in Portuguese, the deal is I can make something better than the next guy. I was like, I'm going to make my own lures. And that's what it was.
Oh, man. And they're killer lures, too. I mean, you know, you can go on Morris Lures online, and he's got a store. You can pick what you want, and they'll ship them anywhere in the United States.
Anywhere in the world.
In the world, too, yeah. So, but yeah, man, I've seen the fish you guys catch you hold up the lure after you catch that fish, and I'm like, wow, that's one Morris.
As long as I can remember.
Well, bro, thank you so much for talking with me today. Hey, God bless you guys on Oahu, and keep up the good work, yeah?
Thank you.
Okay, shoots.
Thanks.
Aloha. All right, aloha. I'm here with Jordan of Half Fish.
Half Fish.
Yeah, and check out these beauties, man.
We got these spreader bars here, clear crossbar, splasher on the top, interchangeable cross lock to change out your stingers.
Yeah,
100-pound stingers.
Nice, great for the tuna, man.
Oh yeah, tuna, yellowtail, dorado for around here.
Yep, mahi in Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah, so awesome. So how'd you get started?
We launched last year here at the show.
Yeah.
And it's a product we've been using along our coastlines.
Wow.
It's kind of like a daisy chain, but a little extended.
Yeah.
With the splasher, and it's caught in yellowtails along the island.
Nice.
We take it offshore. It's a very versatile bait. You know, 3.5 inches here, so anything that swims is going to eat these.
Yeah, and probably good for the smaller sheebies off the coast of Hawaii too. Smaller guys.
We met Nick Morris, and we sent some out. His video's actually right there. That's
working. Killer.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck, yeah?
Appreciate it.
Okay, aloha. All right, aloha. I'm here with Ken of Ken's Custom Reels in Oceanside. Man, you've been doing reels forever, haven't you?
30 years.
Yep. If you need your reel rebuilt, this is the guy to do it.
Actually, that's the guy to do it.
Him too, but I mean, he's the guy who, started this. But anyways, I met Ken through my cousin Tom, and introduced me to him. And I'm like, walked into his shop and went, wow, I was blown away. And obviously, they've got every reel you can think of that they work on. So tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, what we do primarily is service and repair all reels.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
Nothing we haven't seen, no reel we haven't dealt with.
Right. Now, do you do mods and stuff too on these reels?
We don't do what Cal does. Cal does what he does.
Yep.
We just get the most out of your reel. Whatever. Make it better than me.
Yeah.
Better than me.
Well, and I've heard testimony from other people that these guys are the only guys they'll take the reels to ever. So, Ken, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Aloha.
Aloha.
And hope the show is good to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Cheers.
As we wrap up this episode of Adventures in Fishing with Captain Jerry, owner and captain of Malama Charters out of Hilo, Hawaii, we want to remind everyone to take extra care of our natural resources, and they will take care of us. Hawaiians believe that the land and sea are sacred, and humans have the responsibility to preserve and respect it. Until next time, aloha!